Hola, 'tis I, Alycia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. We're going to look into Elon Musk today. So, I know a lot of people love Elon, and there's a lot of people who don't love Elon. And I'm curious because there's a lot of things that, I don't know, seem kind of shady to me about Elon, in my opinion. This whole idea he wants to put the brain chip in your head, and that's something Mr. KS at the WEF has talked about. There's this idea that there's Tesla tiny houses, which, makes that whole idea of like getting all these people in one place so we can kind of trap them there. I know, sounds like total tinfoil hat stuff. The product, the product that was promoted. He's for the product. He had said in an interview, the electric cars, Tesla cars, so those could be turned off. I know, this is getting totally tinfoil hat. Totally tinfoil, could turn off your car so you can't go anywhere. I mean, I'm probably just overthinking this. And then the whole thing with Twitter. I'm wondering, to me, he seems like he's a part of the Eyes Wide Shut crew, right? If he is, I want to know what's going on with the Twitter, because all these other things that he seemingly is into are totally Eyes Wide Shut deals, if you get my drift. So I thought, let's take a deep dive into this love him or hate him guy named Elon Musk. We're going to start first with, is Elon Musk part of the Eyes Wide Shut gang? I believe I've gotten that before, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. I do so many readings, I can't keep them all filed in my brain. So, is Elon a part of the EWS? Interesting. This is weird. There's a transformation has occurred with him. Here he is, he's moving forward, and there's a transformation going into partnership with somebody, but he has a fear of the Eyes Wide Shut gang, which is interesting. There's this obsession. He does not want to face justice. He doesn't want to be in deep doo-doo. This is like he's trying to get judged on the right side of things. He's just like, maybe he's going away from the EWS group. His obstacle, though, is the Hierophant. That is the official institution. Really, let's get some more fries with that, because I'm wondering here, all these things he's talking about are totally that no bueno group. He's building something. He's making something. In the past, he was doing things to get over his obstacles, and he's in a partnership where there's some type of money's exchanged. Okay. There's a secret here about his transformation. He's closed a chapter. That's the star of the show. He doesn't want to face the music. There's a growing problem here. And we have blood. What is the frog about? Transformation, disguise. He's disguised. Overriding concern. He's trying to go on this new journey disguised as something else. This is the star of the show. There's a growing problem here. He doesn't want to get in deep doo-doo because he doesn't want to have to face the music. Money's been involved as there's a new partnership here. There's a secret to his transformation. Ocho. Sacrifice, ancestry, being a part of it, being born into the Eyes Wide Shut gang. This is interesting. This is almost, to me, someone pretending to have turned against the Eyes Wide Shut gang. Is the transformation complete? Kind of, but there's secrets with it. So I'm not totally seeing that this is in my opinion, allegedly, entertainment purposes tarot card reading. This is not necessarily a change for good because they want to change over to being against evil powers. This is an idea that I'm perhaps still holding on to some of those things I do like, such as tiny houses and putting brain chips in people and turning off your car and whatever else. But there's a transformation that has happened here for money. Continuing to work on his projects. It's almost like I've left one chapter behind, but I'm continuing to work on my projects. I'm kind of a sheep in wolf's clothing. I don't know. We'll have to continue on here, because this is getting spicy. I've left these three cards. We have Eyes Wide Shut Gang, we have the Fool, and we have a partnership. We're going to find out what's going on with each of these. So let's see. This still is problemsome to me. Is that even a word, problemsome? Probably not. I'm probably just making up English words. You know me. Me and English, we don't get along so well anymore. With regards to Eyes Wide Shut Gang, there was a partnership here, and this was making it very good for him. However, he comes to a point in the road where he has to make a decision. There's all these options ahead of him on the table about what he should be doing. The tower comes crashing down, and he has to decide how he's going to move forward with the Two of Wands. As we have the Fool, who's disguised as I'm going in a new direction, there's heartbreak that he's broken up with the Eyes Wide Shut Gang. There's this, you like your life? You want to keep your plan of being here on Earth? Okay, well then we're going to have to need you to do some work for us. So whoever the us is will get down here, but making some options or making choices about, now that things aren't going well up here, this is the chapter that's complete. So we're choosing, you need to make a choice. So partnership, someone's approaching him for partnership. That would be on the opposite side of the Eyes Wide Shut Gang, and working together with, we'll say, bueno people. That's how we're just going to simplify it. There's a Page of Wands. You're going to come out, start doing some new messaging. We're doing a magic show. There's still some secrets here, and we're very satisfied with what you're doing, so you can save yourself as you work together with us. A poser pretending to be on the good side, however, to save their skin, allegedly, in my opinion, but still not still holding on, likes these things over here. It's almost like you're going to play on our side for a little bit to save your skin, but not changing ideals, not changing the core of the beliefs. That's weird, because is he holding on to the idea that he can go back to his eyes wide shut ways? Is that even a possibility? I guess anything is, but seeming like he was having to make a decision here, right? Is there a possibility that he's saving his hide? Is there a possibility that he can go back to his old ways, to his eyes wide shut beliefs? There's the Death card again. No. There's secrets in the background. Moving forward, he's got to walk on a tightrope here. Got him by the short and curlies or something. The overriding concern with him is that there's secrets here that Interesting. Are those secrets tied to his mom? Is she a part of the Eyes Wide Shut gang and she's still with him, and just kind of feeling like he's kind of stuck in the middle here? Again, obsessed with not having to face judgment. He would rather follow the Eyes Wide Shut gang, but he's trying to make a transformation that is believable here. However, it doesn't mean that he is actually transforming. It's like putting on an act. He's putting on an act that he is not totally for them to save his own hide. Okay, let's continue on. Got a portion here of the True Crime and Conspiracy deck. More conspiracy than crime. Let's see what we can find out. Cleaning up. There's that card again. There's secrets here. He's a fake person. He's pretending to be something he is not, or whatever people are attaching to his persona. No bueno. All right, here's a secret space program. Interesting. He's a partner in crime. He doesn't want to get in deep doo-doo. I don't know what that's about yet. He's here with his own stuff. There it is. Fear. So here we have he's the false person. He's changed. He's pretending to have changed sides or whatever. We have evil here. We have male. There's whatever this is here. We have the space thing. I don't know about the thief. We're trying to clean up our image. That's clean up over here on aisle 9. There's this BS story here. He doesn't want to get in trouble. Okay. He has the fear of getting in trouble. There's secrets. Collapse in an FF. And an FF. Let's see what we can find out then here about these things. All right, let's start with Secret Society and then Secret. Oh, well, that came out, so we'll take it. That's the the drama faces. More false person. We'll just stick it over there, false person here. There's money. There's the sheriff's come to town, laid out some plans for him, nuts and bolts of what he's going to be doing, and there's some money behind him. The secret. He is protected. We have a beach vacation. I don't know if that involves some island going. But there's some books here. He's got some information. Let's see officially what 90 is. Beach scene. In need of a getaway. Oh, he has to get away from Eyes Wide Shut group. He has to get away from the Eyes Wide Shut group. He is protected, and there's some information that he's been let in on. Let's see, thief. Wake up and smell the coffee. Looks like there was some travel plans. And interesting, there is a Saturn card there. Saturn. I don't know if that's one of his places he wants to go. Delays. Karma. Somehow him doing some shady shit's caught up to him. That's what I'm going to say. Regardless. Whether he wants to go to Saturn or not. Let's look in here at this secret space program. Okay, so this is some idea here. We're reviving something from the past, but we have a scaredy cat. A black cat. Oh. Mystery and magic also can be anarchy. Interesting. But there's something new he's creating. He's talking a lot about it. It's a ghost from the past. That's more of like what he's been working on, I guess. So, but there's something there that we don't even know about. He's a part of that. Interesting. Propaganda. You see here? We've got the holly berries. That's winter, December. There's dinosaur balloons and the little Cupid thing. Don't get the dinosaur too often. Outdated. The old news, the fake news is outdated. Okay, winter. I'm not sure what we have that for. We have balloons, looking from a higher perspective. This has to be him with Twitter. Arrow through the heart. The trials of joy and pain. Let me see what else that could be. 40. Protection. That can also be protection. Okay, so him, I guess, taking over Twitter. He's replacing an old relic, right, with something new. He's seeing it from a higher perspective. That can also be tapped into satellite type things, maybe. He's doing this to get protected. All right, let's see the partner in crime. We have the ear is listening. But we have the snowflake, one of a kind, one of a kind partner in crime. We have the whirlwind, trials and tribulations, and 16 is forbidden fruit or education. And we have the bed. Is that like lie in your bed that you made, or contemplation? This transformation that we saw with him, where we saw, like, he's a false person, he's a new version of him, or whatever he's putting out there and people are buying into. It's like they had something on him. And so it's this idea that while he's like false dude, he's playing along with the game. I wouldn't trust him with a 10-foot pole. Because I don't want that to get looked at. Let's look at... There's that frog again. Okay. So there's the frog prince. There's a buttload of money. There's eyes on this. He's a part of it. And then we have the air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, which can also just be like thinking and all that stuff. But a participation in an FF. So collapse. Okay, so there's some storm coming where there's going to be a collapse. It will be a gift to him. We now have a different set of signs. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and we have the bat. Death and rebirth again. If this is internet going out, maybe, which can kind of make sense because we have, this card here where it's like seeing something from a higher perspective, right? Like the internet. And we can see Twitter and having, not being able to get together online. And he's going to be a part of that. You wouldn't know it, but he's a part of it. He's paid to do it. Okay. He's working behind the scenes. Okay. I want to get into this. What is this all about? He's been caught. Ding, 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 ding. The bells are ringing. He was caught. I don't know if this is recorded or something, but now he is protected. So they had reason to catch him and throw his ass in jail. He got caught doing something, and this is why they have evidence that they showed him to him. So this is why you have him turning around and trying to come out as some person where everybody's all, oh my God, I love him. He's wonderful. He's on our side. Don't trust that shit. All right, let's see what this cleanup is about. Justice or government. There's a movie. What in the world is that thing? Is that El Diablo? Let's see. 23. That's El Diablo. He's cleaning up the devil stuff in his own way. So he might be doing what good people want him to do. And okay, you could applaud that, but that's to save his own ass. Okay. That just kind of reinforces everything we got before, so it doesn't look like he can go back to his old ways, but you never can know. What does he feel? Let's see, what does he feel? Otherwise, I'm going to guess he's going to be like, what does he currently feel about his taking on this new persona and not wanting to be one of the parts of the Eyes Wide Shut gang? And maybe it's just, I don't want to go to the clink. But what is he feeling about playing this role? Starting off on a new, gosh, it's like somebody who, say somebody went to the clink, and they go in there and they find Jesus and they get reformed and all this stuff, and they're trying to go right. That's him. Oh, here's El Diablo again. Here's the tower. He's got a concern that El Diablo's, the Eyes Wide Shut gang, can also come after him. He's hoping that the sunlight does not also expose him past no bueno deeds. He's trying to close that past chapter. He's trying to remake himself. But his obstacle is his secret. So I wouldn't be surprised at some point in the future he might get dumped after he completes his mission, whatever that is. Yeah. This is a total, in my opinion, poser. He's doing this because he's saving his own skin, which is fine, I guess. Do the things you're supposed to be doing to save your own skin, but I'm not going to pretend you're over here and you're some wonderful person, because you're not. Okay. Let's use this deck. Why? Now here's the other thing. Why would essentially the Eyes Wide Shut gang let him get a hold of Twitter and let him expose? Now it looks like he's not working alone and he's being used as a tool to get something done. So maybe that's what it is, but let's see. Why? What's up with the Twitter? Is this just for him doing what he's supposed to be doing? So that's a outlet for information now. So that becomes the new news. What's up with him and Twitter? He's in there because of specific skills that he has to look into the workings of it. He's going in there to... There's things he's... It's almost as if Twitter becomes transformed and whatever things, however it was working before, become completely dismantled and it becomes a whole new thing, but you're still calling it Twitter. It's like, oh, we have Coke, but it's really new Coke and nobody likes new Coke, but they're trying to say it's like just like old Coke. It's not. Same idea here. This is we're looking through, he's going through all of the stuff in here. Behind the scenes, he's looking under the hood. He's figuring out there's certain pieces of the puzzle he gets by going in here, and he's not doing it alone. No, there's other people, but he's being brought in to look under the hood. And so it's not at his own behest. And this is why I wonder, at some point in the future, does he lose being in charge of it? It's almost like something goes astray. He's like putting in the work, but then sad times at Ridgemont High, he's sad he's losing something. Like if he's losing control of it, losing oversight, losing being the boss and calling the shots. Like there's this idea that he feels like he's calling the shots right now, even though it looks like he's being brought in for his expertise, his acumen, to come looking under the hood here. At some point, he might get voted off the island. Underneath this, it's him for him. This is new ideas, transforming what the system of Twitter is. He's finding out that stuff, but this is for new growth in the future, a new idea, a new way of thinking. Twitter becomes like new Coke, and he might not be at the head of it. It looks like it almost like his fate is hanging in the wind depending on how he plays along. He does not have the leverage. Let's look into, remember we saw those money cards? I didn't really get too deep into it, but let's see what's up with all the money with him. Oh. Oh. And we have the Sneaky Snacker card, so we're going to pay our tax to the Sneaky Snacker. If you're new here, Sneaky Snacker, whenever the Seven of Swords shows up, we put a coin or a paper clip or something in the box. At the end of the year, I count it up and I donate it to a worthwhile charity. Him and money, there's some shady games that have been played with money. perhaps not related to what they're supposed to be intended for. There's games being played with money going to things that maybe would turn someone on. Bad, illicit things, could be substances. I don't know. There's some shady shit here. It's like not going to end well. There's this idea that someone's living beyond their means. Um, and trying to put a nice spit shine on all of it, trying to market things. It's a house of cards here. I don't know what's going on with the money, but this looks like a house of cards of dinero that's gonna collapse, in my opinion, allegedly. This is a house of cards of dinero that is going to crash in terms of businesses, personal wealth. No bueno. No bueno. All right, well, keep your eyes out on him. I don't know, you should be. I don't know. Well, let's look into it then. What's up with the brain chip? Another sneaky snacker for us. There's something here where I think his little brain chip gets people walk away from it. They're not interested in. There's almost like there's this idea of getting away with something. It is not as advertised. There's some problems that happen with it that, oh my gosh, this is great. We're going to just like start over with our brains and like make them work the way that we want to. Oh, but we're telling you a bunch of shady bullshit, not true, and we walk away. But there's also this idea there's a ton of money that was invested into this crap. But no bueno. So, maybe this is where some of the dinero's going, but not being spent well. I don't know. The tiny house revolution. And I'm not talking about people just getting a tiny house and living somewhere. I'm talking about, these little cities where they want to trap everybody in. You don't need a car. You can walk everywhere. Everything is just central to you, and you don't need to have land. We don't want you to have land. How dare you? I had to pull more cards on that one because I was like, what? Excuse me? Sneaky snackers all over this shady McShadester bullshit. All right. So, there is an idea that we're getting away with some type of other shit here, right? With like, everybody come on, live in this tiny little area. You don't need a yard. You don't need land. You don't need a car. We can control you right here. Right? There's something where it turns around on this idea. It gets shown for the it's beneficial to those that have the let them eat cake, eyes wide shut gang. It's beneficial to them. It exposes them. They try to like sell this as something. It turns around on them, and then people are like, nope. Turns around on them. There's a lot of marketing trying to go and make this a thing to happen. There's a different purpose or a different use instead of control. There's a different, better use for these things. So it goes in a different direction as not originally intended. Let's look into his cars. What's the future of his cars? Well, yeah, let's look at the future of his cars. Moving forward, future of Tesla. This could be electric cars in general, but I asked about Tesla. There's something here where Tesla then becomes, who knows how far into the future this is. Oh, sorry, we got to pay our tax again. Tesla's getting at some point replaced. Like it's almost this thing of like, thanks for being this innovative new idea, but we're leaving that now. We having something here that is more sustainable, because we're realizing we're depleting ourselves here, and we're working on new solutions. It's like this was a great idea when it came out, and we thought it was groundbreaking, but no, thank you. We're leaving this idea behind as we weigh options of moving forward into something that is actually better. Better. Okay. Let's look into the last thing I didn't even bring up, the satellites, the Starlink. You know, those things are the lower flying, I guess, satellites, making a big ass electromagnetic field around the Earth. That can't be good. But it does bring internet connectivity to places that have not had it. And so that's a good thing. But then it's like, at what risk? I don't know. Let's look at the future of Starlink. Does this become a public utility? There's some idea here that like this is not like his thing anymore, that this is like I don't know, is it a public activity, a utility now? I don't think it is. This becomes like, thank you very much for building it and creating this solid foundation for our internet connectivity, but you're voted off the island. We have new things we're going to do. We'll no longer need your services. The government fights it away from him. However, governments like to wrangle shit away from people. They're like, thank you, here's your nominal fee for this creation. But we're going to take it, and this is our new asset, and not going to be happy. He doesn't look like he's going to be happy about it, but he doesn't really have a choice. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we're going to take that away from him. Doesn't look like it gets changed in any way, but it becomes something, an asset, in my opinion, to the government. Okay. Let's look if it's healthy. I can't imagine it is. I mean, God only knows what the hell we've got, like, circulating around us anyway. Let's see, is it healthy? Center the situation with, you know, growth. I don't know if that's growth of bad things in your body. Doesn't feel like it, though. There's, like, some idea built into it that, you know, that's a balance, because we were looking into the future, how this was going to affect the people on the planet, and there's some type of balance to it, a counterbalance to whatever the shit is, the radiation, the EMFs coming off of these satellites. There's a fear that we could be doing some damage now, and needing to get out of the situation. But it feels like the people in charge, the whatevers, they feel like they've come to something where they found the right balance, something that makes everybody happy. There is also this idea where we want to make wise decisions, and there's a higher guidance here that has helped somehow with it. So I guess I don't know. Don't blame if you get some weird thing growing out of your butt. It ain't me. I'm just seeing what I see in the cards. I don't know. Could have a study that comes out and says, oh my God, people are growing thumbs off of their butts all because of Starlink. I don't know. Don't blame it on me, but I'm saying it doesn't look like it. It looks like there's something to it that's like higher guidance. I don't know if but something. I don't know. So this whole thing, this has been a weird experience of a reading. Tell me what you think. And with that, come join me in the Moonmoth Manor at AlyciaWicker.com. Get more videos. And with that, I'm going to wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Adios.